I feel like I'm on the ball today. I even felt exempted from the law today. It's like this revelation dawned on me. It's so amazing, helps support the cause. I get everyone involved. I feel like I'm on the ball today. I even felt exempted from the law today. It's like this revelation dawned on me. It's so amazing, helps support the cause. I get everyone involved.
Woo! Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Monday morning, December 16th.
The show rolls on, the months roll down as we make our way towards Christmas and the holidays and the break and the final live show. It's good to be back on a Monday. Kind of don't get to do that very often. So thank you for allowing me to start your week with you. Dad, good morning. How was your weekend?
You know, it's a fun time of year. You know, we had dinner Friday night with Howard and Sherry, which is a delight for us. Really, really good time. Then Saturday morning, we started the day with our friend Ed Dykes. And I wanted to particularly bring this up because it was such a wonderful experience to go. Helen wanted to get me a holiday gift. I'm very impossible to buy for. So we made our trip out to Weston Jewelers, and it's just a delight. Music and coffee, and it was just a wonderful experience. We were overwhelmed by it. So thank you, Weston Jewelers. If you are in the gift market, they've got everything ranging in prices and things like that. And then we headed down to Bal Harbor. Took the drive down and ate at Bal Harbor and shopped at Bal Harbor. So we were getting in the holiday spirit.
Very nice. Yeah, it was. I wouldn't say I worked this weekend, but I did go watch other people work, and that would be my brother who was moving and watching them go through the trials and tribulations of moving houses, even if it is 2 roads down. I got to hang out with Jules and watch him kind of digest what it meant to be in a new house, his new room, where his toys were. I know he got excited every time they took something that was his out of the truck, and brought it in the house. And it was kind of validation that his stuff was there. So that was Saturday. Friday, we had lunch with Lori, which was great. Kind of felt like
that's right. I forgot. That's how we started. Right?
That's how we started the weekend. The boat show was cool. It was my first time getting to watch the boat show kind of from my house, which was a cool experience. It was a beautiful night. Kind of got in the holiday spirit. And then Sunday was a sports day. Watching the NFL, disappointing about the Dolphins, but I don't think not surprising to anybody who has been watching. If you're a realist, I think a couple weeks ago you found out who the team was, where they were at injury wise, and they've been treading water ever since. I know they only have like a 4% chance, so I'll put on my fan cap for a second and say it's not over, but my football coaching background will tell you it is over.
Are you planning on attending the San Francisco game?
Yeah, I am gonna go. It'll be the last one of the year. And look, I know when March rolls around or when April and May, you are gonna miss it. And so
you're gonna have that itch. So it's good to have that last one.
Itch will exist. But yeah, I'm excited for the best teams. I know college football starts this week, so excited for just the holidays and getting rolling. With that,
it really is nice. We may actually get more cool weather, which is kind of nice. We have a full calendar this week. I know I moved all of my calls from Thursday and Friday into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So
it is a year. It's a year in review, I think, for the On the Ball crew. We will meet at the end of the week to go over everything we did this year, kind of set the vision for 2025, and then have our holiday party on Thursday night. Which I know will be a blast to celebrate this year, to celebrate all the amazing things we did. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's really going to be interesting. So tomorrow, it'll be the last bro show.
It'll be the last bro show. Yeah. Lori will Wednesday. Show will be Wednesday. Yeah. And then I think all 3 of us will finish the last hurrah on Thursday.
Which will be foreshadowing to what the new part of the new format, which will be kind of nice. So coach talk to the max. Let's wake this thing up. We got lots of fun content to talk about. Wake it up, Shay. Let's go. All right.
We got
quick shout out to Patrice Jimenez. We had her on as the Huddler in the hot seat on Friday, and she absolutely crushed it. A first-time entrepreneur who's just really raking it all in. So shout out and congratulations to her. As we do every day, and we will continue to do every day, we're going to focus on affirmations. And so today is a doozy. There's a particular relevance, which it will show up later on in the show. But Shay, would you do Jake, would you do the
Shay, this week I will release the fear of the unknown, release the fear of starting anew, release the fear of asking for help, release the fear of not being enough.
So I am a guy that is very, very fond of words. I talk about it in my book, which is a wonderful holiday gift, by the way. I talk about it all the time, that words matter, how you say, what you say. I'm always intrigued when people use a word I don't know. I actually stop them and go, wow, I never heard that word. And I learn it on the spot. So there is an exercise that I started doing early on in my career. I continue to do it. We do it as a company. And that is the word or phrase of the year. What understanding of this exercise do you have, Mr.
I think, to piggyback off the affirmation, we do believe, like you were talking about, not to echo exactly what you said, but the power of words, the power of visualizing it, the power of setting your brain in a direction that allows you to do the right things and puts you in the right mindset. And I think having a word of the year crystallizes the direction that you want to go. And it is all encompassing. It doesn't necessarily just mean in your work life. It doesn't just mean in your personal life. I do think it sets the direction and your focus of your activities. I would call it your top core value of the year, I think, is a really easy comparison.
So, I always do the homework, and I have this available for all of my clients and stuff. But the practice is inspired by mindfulness and the idea that clarity of focus leads to purposeful action. It helps replace vague or overwhelming resolutions with a single guiding principle. Shay, pop in for a second. Help me. Over the last couple of years, I know I've had intentional was one, correct?
Intentional. We had breakthrough. We had a phrase, your phrase, just another day in paradise,
correct,
which we made cards of.
And last year was more in 24. And what is an interesting sidebar to that is that the byproduct of focusing on more is I actually subtracted a lot of stuff.
Less. Yeah.
I did less. It focused me. I wanted more, but that didn't mean I needed to do more. I got better at some of the core things I do, and it really was validation of our strategy. This is what we tell people.
More has a lot of different definitions, right? I think you had more meaningful relationships, you had more meaningful conversations rather than more as a quantity number. Correct. I think there's an adjective that follows more on most of those. And I like you said, we do it with all of our clients. We've been doing it I know you've done it as a person and as a company for, as long as you've been an entrepreneur, but now teaching people, I know it is one of the best exercises that we do with our clients.
So I'm going to show people how to choose. Hope you're interested in this. I hope you do it. If you don't do it, that's fine. It doesn't mean you're going to have a shitty year, but it's certainly, if you do it, will help. How to choose a word or a phrase. Reflect on the past year. Consider what worked and what didn't work. Now, all of my coaching calls start with, what's working and what's not working. So when you look at last year, what bugs you? What got up your ass? What don't you want to do anymore? What do you want to improve on? What do you want to emphasize? Would you do number 2, Jake?
Number 2, identify your values. Focus on what matters most to you: relationships, career, health, creativity. And I think I talked about that it doesn't necessarily have to be one avenue or not. I do think it needs to be overarching to touch on a lot of different things that you are going to focus on in your world, whatever your priorities might be. And if you don't know your priorities or your 5 most important things that you should focus on, you should probably do that first.
Yeah.
I think that's a good part of the reflection.
And it's a lot of the work that I'm doing with people now. This is work. This is not just, spit it out. You got to really think about it. Number 3 is imagine the future. And for me, I define it even further. Imagine your future self. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? I know Seth has talked about that, but what is it that you're not doing that you want to do? What do you see in other people that you admire? I think a lot of the motivation for changing the daily huddle is to get it better. There is a future state of it, which if you get stuck in something, and there's words kind of help you do that.
Do you still have the genie bottle? Is that still close? Not to make you look at that, making a move on a Monday. To me, this is still one of my favorite things you did. And when we ask people, is you go, if you had a genie bottle and you could do anything, and I loved it. Even the podcast guys that we're working with said, in a perfect world, what do you want? Right. And you can say, rainbows and flowers and whatever, height that you want to do it. But where you are when you reflect and then when you dream, there is that middle ground that then really makes a lot of sense of where you're going to work to. And this is just a great exercise. And so the last one is listen to your intuition. Sometimes the right word or phrase will resonate with you emotionally. Like, it is an emotional game. It is your life. You should care, it should be personal. It should be something that you want to carry around. I'm sure we're going to talk about physicalizing it.
Yeah.
And I know that's where you're going to go next. So talk a little bit about why that's important.
So, whatever word I come up with, whatever phrase I come up with, actually print it and have it forget what they call it,
Laminated.
Thank you, there's a good word, lamination. I have it laminated and then I put it in my billfold. I don't carry a wallet, I carry a billfold, and I put it on me so that it becomes part of me. Mm-hmm. It is part of me everywhere I go, every day. And I really do internalize all of the things I do. All of my thoughts become things. So this, the idea that we wanted more in 24, I kept unpacking that. Yeah. It was on me. When I wanted to be intentional, the reason to be intentional was I wanted to figure out why I was doing everything. Right. Why am I doing this? Why am I getting up at 4 a.m? Am I doing it to impress my future self, or,
And it's definitely how we've been programmed by just, I would say, culturally, is that when we start a new year, it's pretty easy to adopt new habits. It has become because we could do it at any month or any day. Right. You can start doing it. But for all of us, how our brains are programmed, the first of the year makes sense. And if you don't physicalize it, if you don't keep it in your perspective consistently, 90 days down the line, the decisions you make are not going to reflect that word, I think. And the more that you get further away from that mindset of it's easy to change, it's easy to do the things that I wanted to do, the year starts to get away from you. The summer months are hard. Different quarters, maybe the first quarter didn't go as you thought it was going to go. And so you really got to constantly reinforce it. And that's why I went to the core values. Same thing with your company. Like, if your core values aren't consistently preached and aren't talked about in the actions you are doing, like I just went to Sweet Greens, and like Sweet Greens core values are sitting right behind right behind where they work. And I loved it.
Got to look at it every day.
You have to look at it. And it's, and like me and Ed were talking this morning about the Ritz-Carlton and how they, train their people and stuff like that. And so it is just training the brain to hold it in, your sight consistently.
Love it. So I have it written out into an exercise form. You know me, if you want it. My gift to you this year is just email me or Shay and I will send it to you. What I would beg you to do, Les and Patrice, is write down lots of words. One of the exercises is you got to write down 25 and then start eliminating, because you tend to go with what's top of mind, then open up your mind to look at what's around, because everything is an influence and impact. Just look, it'll show up on a bus bench. It'll show up somewhere. My word of the year, if anybody's interested, you got to come back Thursday to our final live show. Really good shit. So motivational music is a part of every morning for me. I went on my morning walk this morning with a full moon. It was spectacular. And we got a new song. This is from Ty Verdes. I don't even know if you know who this is, but it's great.
So sweet. Living in this big blue world with my head up in outer space. I know I'll be A-O-A-OK. I know I'll be A-O-A-OK. When I see trouble come my way, I'll be making lemonade. I know I'll be A-O-A-OK. I know I'll be A-O-A-OK. Hey little lady, I know you're feeling crazy. All your other friends are busy making them babies. Been out in the real world, don't like how it's tasting. Let me change your mind with my little old saying. 2, 4, 6, 8, who do we appreciate? Put some sugar in my water, cause we making Minute Maid. Fuck all the hate, do a shimmy shake. Throw a middle finger up down the interstate. Living in this big new world with my head up in outer space. I know I'll be A-O-A-OK. I know I'll be A-O-A-OK. When I see trouble come my way, I'll be making lemonade. I know I'll be A-O-A-OK. I know I'll be A-O-A-OK.
I did not know the band, but I did know that song.
Did you? I had never heard the song before.
It's a very popular one. Yeah.
Is it a popular song?
Yeah.
It was very good. I mean, I sang it all week.
Very, very popular.
Very
Very
popular.
popular.
Very.
Obviously, either I'm under a rock or not.
I don't know. You probably stay within the same 5 stations on XM, right?
much.
Or Sirius, whatever it's
I
called
got my
now, right?
speaking of
What,
year-end,
yeah.
I got my Apple Music
Year in review.
review. Like my top 5 was just so. Guess my number one.
Artist or song?
Artist.
Number 1. It's not the Doobies.
Nope. Very surprising.
Very.
It's based on listening minutes.
John Mayer?
Nope. Close. Top 3.
Well, I don't know. Who do you listen?
Swims.
Really? Okay, that's fair.
Because
I should have guessed that, because we did put you onto him this year.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And Nickelback made my top.
Okay.
10. Yeah.
I would tell you my top 5 artists weren't surprising. They were 4 rappers and Morgan Wallen, but my top 5 songs were probably, for my age group, as unique as you would find in terms of an array.
Give it to us.
It was so in the top 5 I had a Stevie Nicks song, or a blanking on the name.
Fleetwood Mac.
Thank you, Fleetwood Mac. An REO Speedwagon,
Wow.
a Drake, a Kendrick Lamar, and a Jason Aldean song, which could be the weirdest top 5 I think you could find. But I've an eclectic music taste. But it is great to review and see what they're sending.
So I have an idea that just popped into my head. Jonathan Aaron should be our stat guy in the new format.
I don't know how that guy sleeps. Like, it's a computer resting at night. I don't listen. I have no idea.
I really date myself. Kurt Russell used to play in all the Disney movies, and he was in a movie called The Computer Wore Tennis Sneakers.
So look, Lori says I love the 90s. It's so funny. Like, I think Ed Dice would tell me that I love the 80s. Like, I probably would say the 80s are my favorite of any gen. I would probably say the 80s are the best music, top to bottom, of all the genres. I wouldn't say I'm an early 2000s guy. I wouldn't say the pop kind of stuff, but rap and hip hop, and then country. Mark turned me on to country when I was about 14. And I think since then I've listened to country, but yeah, no, my music tastes have changed.
Morgan Whalen, is that
Wallen.
his name?
Wallen.
Whatever.
Mhm.
I heard a song, Love Somebody.
Yeah.
Like, and I asked who that was, and they go, "Oh, he's only the hottest guy."
Right. And it's not really country. You know, I think the purists of the country listeners, we've gotten so far off track, but it is a great thought.
Is Jelly Roll country or what is that?
I think, yeah, Jelly Roll is country. Yeah.
Which is not really country. It's not like in my day, country was
he's country rock, sort of.
I mean, like Shabuzi is country now.
Shabuzi is country,
right? And if anybody knows who Quavo is, like Quavo just did a country song with, I believe,
Eddie Swims
and Luke Bryan.
Yes.
Did I get that right? Look at my knowledge. But yeah, I think genres are changing. People's interests are changing. I think.
So Melissa Graves, who does a great job with music, she's in tune with me, at least, no pun intended. She has a 10-year-old that's into 80s rock. I think that's important. You learned a lot of the music from me.
Yeah, I would tell you, I think most of my music knowledge was the fact that you showed me a lot of different genres, and it then kind of built the muscle to go search, because I think I listened to stuff that you were like, how did you find this? And I'm just a music lover in the sense of what it does for the mentality of your day and your mood. And yeah, there's just something about 80 like rock ballads that are just, they're just certain things that are just move me in a way that nothing else does. And so.
Listen, I think one of the things I'm most grateful for is that we have all this music at our fingertips now. I mean,
it's hilarious. Like, I went on, I don't use Apple Music, but to show you how like consumerism has changed is like, we used to pay 99 cents to have a song, and now it's $11 a month and you have every song known to man. Ever. Every song that has ever been made.
No, hold on. And then for people like Mark and myself, we had LimeWire.
Yeah, no, I remember corrupting.
What did you have?
It was LimeWire, which was a software that, I don't know. I didn't have Napster. I feel like Napster was like you guys more.
Napster was the start, and then it converted to LimeWire.
Right, and so it was a software that you downloaded on your computer, and you could download songs. And I think I downloaded a Kanye West album, and I effed up the entire computer.
Corey is talking about Kaza?
Kaza? I don't know Kaza.
Kaza's slipping my mind. But yeah, so you used to download the music, boom, burn it to a CDR, boom, and then put it right in your car and you're playing music.
It took you 3 days.
Which is insane, because I remember being a kid and getting in Mark's, like, I think he had just bought the truck. Or you had just got him the truck and
Gateway computer.
And I think he was like, they were still burning Lil Wayne CDs, and they were listening to mixtapes that way. And so just a completely different world.
So just a final thought on this. So music is available that way. At one point, and this is one of the things I brought up in my conversation on stage last week, the idea that I used to drive around in my car listening to tapes, cassette tapes. I would spend $1,000 to get 12.
You were selling phones that were like bricks in there too.
And even before that, I was in the car, listening to this thing over and over and over and over again, where I could recite it.
Right.
It was unbelievable training. And what it proves is when you own the content and you work it, and it becomes memory. That's what music does. It brings you back to memories. It's the same thing with learning. So make sure you get into how about that little?
That was a really nice segue. You've been doing this for a while, huh?
Right into GOTB, baby.
Right. If you're looking for a community to get 1% better, join, get on the ball, GOTB.com or GOTBtraining.com. Rub the genie bottle. Think about what you want for the rest of the year and in 2025. And if you need our help, we're always here. January 7th, we have an event with FAU talking about business development, where's networking. It'll be a great room of people. The list is filling up quickly. So if you want to hop on the wait list,
there is no cost to the event. Just so you
And
know,
it's no cost to
we
the event.
are
But it is
we are
only-
giving our time.
There is only 100 spots, so do not feel slighted if you are not there. We have to accommodate a lot of FAU's partners as well. So yeah, that's exciting. And you'll be here tomorrow with Mark. Lori's Wednesday. and
No,
all
you'll be here with Mark.
I'm sorry, I'm here tomorrow with Mark.
It's the bro show.
I don't know. I'm out of whack. Anyways, let's wrap this up. Let's get down to business, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business.